What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Isn't on me showing how to make Kmart. Now, here it is. This one is very large. I'm just giving you fair warning. I think it's like the third or fourth longest build right now that I have. Prison. Oh, theater might actually, or cinema might be longer. I know IKEA is. I know one of my mansions are. So yeah, it's kind of up there. But yeah. Here it is. Yeah, it's large, and I think it looks pretty good. Kind of something a little bit out of my comfort zone from normal, which I'll talk more about later, I guess. But yeah, that is all I have to say. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space you're going to here for this is a measly 104 by 70, and the materials you will be needing, I think, to start off are brick block, birchwood planks. Oh, it doesn't say wood. Unbelievable. I was wrong. Black stained glass. Dark oak doors. Red concrete. Red nether brick stairs. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz slabs, and of course I think we're like gonna be short by a little bit. So that's all I guess you need for the main build. You also need spruce door, pillar quartz block, and tripwire hook. So if you want to just leave this slot empty, I'm actually gonna do that because I really don't have a need to put anything here. But yeah, starting from the front left-hand corner of your 104 by 70 grid, if you need to start from the front and right, if that works more conveniently for you, that is completely fine. It's not going to matter, just remember that the lefts and rights will be swapped until you're at a point where it's like, okay, I can do it from left to right, or whatever order I'm going to be going in at that point. And from that corner, you want to count back by... You want to count back by 9. And right by 1 and going right. You want to place... I'm going to make sure I have this number right. 43 brick blocks. Then go back diagonally to the right with the black glass. Right with 2 dark oak doors. Black glass. 2 dark oak doors. Black glass. 4 diagonally to the right with a brick. Right 1. Back diagonally to the right with a black glass. Right with 2 dark oak doors. Black glass. 2 dark oak doors. Black glass. 4 diagonally to the right with a brick block, and bring that brick right by 42. Like so. You want to start off, and you want to bring each birch wood plank up by... Hold the phone. I kind of forgot, because I had a number, and I was like, yeah, okay, that'll work, but it's not really going to work that well. You want to start off by bringing it up with... these 4 or 3. I believe it should be 4 rows of birch. My memory serves correct. 3 rows of birch, okay. That's close enough. You could, I guess, do 4, but 3 is the minimum that you need. Top of all the brick. And then I would also just bring your black glass up with 2 black glass, and then your dark oak doors up with 1 black glass. So then when you get to that 3rd row of birch, you just bring it straight across the top with no questions asked. As we do this, I shall take the time to say, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am. I got a call for an interview with Spirit, finally, so that's fun. That's the day that I'm recording this. The day that you're seeing this, I will have already had either been rejected or hired. So, yeah, hopefully at least. Unless they take like 3 years. Because this isn't... Actually, this might go up this... well, I don't think it's going to take them half a week to... Well... I never know. There you go. Pretty simple. Now, what you want to do is you want to come to either the left or the right. This doesn't matter either. And you want to count to the 11th brick block in. So this is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. You get the point. And you want to count to the 7th grass block in front of it, or if it's not grass, then whatever your floor is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you want to place a red concrete. Leave an 8-block gap, so count right by 9 and place another red concrete. Then do that... Sorry. Do that a lot more times. You want a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want a total of 10 of these, which actually works out nicely. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Red, and etc. and etc. And I'll give you a moment once I'm done. And if you want to also check that last one and see, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then if you go straight back, you'll be at the corner. Also, you can check with the doors. I'll give you a moment for that so you don't have to pause. Although I may be quicker than you are with proceeding. Okay. I'm gonna check something while you continue to do that if you're... I don't know. Just want to make sure I know this number, which I did. Okay. You want to bring each of those red concretes up by 3 with red concrete. Just to specify. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. No, that number's right, just for clarification. But I was questioning why the number was what it was, but I've realized that I'm just dumb. I have most of the numbers down that we're gonna need, I just didn't have that one, so... yeah. Just like that. Looks kinda weird. You want to connect each top red concrete together with red nether brick stairs facing forward. I originally did have this as red concrete, but I think it looks stupid, and I think the little slight indent of the stair makes it look a lot better, although the color is a bit odd, but I think it worked out fine. I don't particularly have any complaints, and if you want to go extra fancy, you could even make the red concrete, stripped mangrove or stripped crimson wood, which I guess is hyphae for crimson, but whatever. And then you want to bring the okay. Get out red nether brick. No, yeah, you do want to get out red nether brick blocks. I swear I told you to, and it just didn't grab it. So, yeah, maybe I look dumb. But you want to bring the far left and far right back ones, or far left and far right red concrete pillars back with red nether brick stairs that are facing away from the center of the build. So that is based off the little divot thing. Take out your red nether brick and bring each red concrete top block back with red nether brick. So it'll give you these, like, rectangles. They're not actually squares. I think they're, like, 8 by 6 or something. So they're not quite squares, but they're close enough. I mean, if you just shorten the one side and make the other side longer, then you get a square. It technically... 816... No, it doesn't. It's 1 off. It's, like, 1 off from being able to have... or being able to be a square. There you go. You want to fill in the tops of all of these in with upside down smooth quartz slabs, or at least each of these little quadrants or rectangles or whatever else you want to call them. And that'll just give it a nice little depth effect. And that's really all. I don't actually just random. I don't think I've ever been to a Kmart in my life. But, yeah. Someone requested me to do it on, my stream the other day. Or the last one of Stream Week. And I was like, yeah, I should do this as a tutorial. And it's been on my list forever. And I just never wanted to do it for some reason. And today I was like, you know what, I'll finally do it. Just get it out of the way. I think I plan after this to do another remake or two. Just so I can kind of try to spread out the amount of stuff that I have. And then maybe I may have another week at some point where there's no tutorials. I just kind of want to spread it out a little bit more evenly because as much as I do think that my tutorials are what I think is the biggest part of my channel, that with the Let's Builds, I don't want to milk it too much and then run out of content, because that's, I think, somewhere where I've thought about that, and as much as there's so many things, there's also a very end, and I haven't done a house in forever. It was just the town hall, and then the spirit, and of this. So yeah, unless I actually make a house before I make this, but at the time of recording this, I haven't recorded a house tutorial in a couple weeks, so, I mean, it's been a little bit crazy, but, yeah, I was gonna do a special video for the 100th modern house, but I don't actually know if I'm gonna do that anymore, Because I'd take editing. But also, like, I don't know, it just depends on a lot of things with that, because if I can get something, like, you know, if I can get something reasonable here, I guess a reasonable time or something, then that'd be cool to do, but it just depends, because the school year is, kind of creeping up. And, having a job and a school, not normally a good combination for free time. But, yeah, I'm hoping I can keep my daily streak going, but if it has to end, it has to end, I think. That's the thing that I'm gonna just go with. So, yeah, there you go. Now you should have that. What you should do now is, on top of each top red concrete and red nether brick stair, you want to place a single birch plank. And we're actually just gonna fill this thing in kind of flat. And what I'd also actually recommend doing is, at the sides here, just bring this birch plank back and then just kind of extend it out to the sides, because this all is level. So you might as well just make it level right now. That seems like a more reasonable thing to do. I was thinking about bringing up this entire wall, but that would take more time than doing it separately like this. So, what's the number? School, I don't know it. You want to bring all of that up with 5 rows of birch. All the birch up with 5 rows of birch, I should say. I only knew it because I knew the total numbers, so I was like, okay, I can just do some math. And, yeah. Do I really have anything else to say? I don't, I'm not gonna lie, I just don't have anything to talk about today. I mean, I talked about the, tutorial stuff. But I think I'll do a house and then probably another remake or two. Because I think that there's some that I need to pump out. Like, there's a couple old ones that I'm sure a lot of people would love to see me remake. And if you guys have any suggestions for anything new or old, feel free to just leave in the comments. I'm always up for suggestions. Some of them I don't necessarily do immediately, or it may take me a while to do them. But every suggestion I get, I put on my list. I have a whole note sheet full of them. And sometimes I will take those suggestions and cross them out, only because of local stuff, like maybe you suggest me to do, I don't know, something, like, I don't know, Bob's Farm or something, but it's only a thing in Kentucky, or something completely random like that, so I probably won't do it if it's not as well known. It's part of just, I think, a little bit of, I don't want to, you know, do anything too small, but I don't know, I'm up for ideas that are well-known enough. And there's a couple in Canada that I have on my list as well, like Canadian stuff, but there's also things that it's like, I just don't want to do because logo stuff. That's been, fun. I have a couple on my list that I have held off for that reason. But there you go. There's, a very blank wall. So, you want to count up to the, or come to the, I guess, we'll say front left-hand corner of this, and you want to come to the third birchwood plank on top of that row of red concrete. And you want to count right by, oh my god, hold on. Right by, I believe, 18. And place a smooth quartz block. Okay, I was just checking that. Then bring that right by 45. So it actually does start out on a red concrete. I didn't realize, or a red concrete row. I didn't realize that. And you want to bring that entire thing up with 6 rows. So it will stick up past the birch. You do want that. Just again for clarification. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty fun one to do. This is something that I kind of went out of my comfort zone for a little bit, because I did something like this with Home Depot and I didn't like the way it turned out. But I think I managed to get it enoughly good here, and I'm happy with it. But overall, I don't like doing the, like, kind of stick out section like how I did here. I don't particularly like doing this. I think it looks weird in most times. And you'll notice I've made most of mine, like, kind of flat with some weird indent stuff to oblige to, or I guess to kind of change that up. But I think this one actually turned it out fine. Turned it out fine, okay. Then from either side, you want to count to the... wait. Okay. You want to count into the 10th smooth quartz block on either side at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on that 10th block, you want to place a slab. And again, do that on both sides. So we'll leave a 9 block gap on either side. Bring in those slabs in by 2. Then bring it in with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Or I guess connect them together with a row of smooth quartz blocks, I should say. Then leave a 3 block gap moving in and place another row of smooth quartz slabs on either side, and then connect together again with smooth quartz block. 3 smooth quartz slabs and then the smooth quartz block. Sorry, I kind of said that dumb. There you go, that's that. I gotta sneeze. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I saved myself from sneezing by saying I have to sneeze, because for some reason that works that way. Okay. This is where I get a little bit confused here, for one reason. You want to find the 2 block center of this. So you can use these 2 blocks in between the doorways and just kind of take them up. And I just placed 2 red concretes at the 2nd row of smooth quartz up there. You don't want those there, because what you want to do instead is you want to place 2 either side of that, left and right, and then just break those 2. So you have that. Ironically, I didn't mean for that to work that way. You want to bring the left 2 red concrete. Is it even 2? Yeah, it is 2. You want to bring them up by 6 each. Like that. So it kind of looks like a really weird thing. Actually, kind of looks like a cool logo. It reminds me of Ace, almost. I should remake Ace. That's what I should do. And then you want to bring the 2 on the right. You want to bring each one up by 1 and then place an additional block to the left. Bring the left 2 blocks each up by 1 and then place again an additional block to the left. Then it'd be cool if my phone would stop. You know what? I'm just gonna... No, I can't do that. Then again, place on top of the left 2 a red concrete per. Then do the same thing on top of that again. So I guess it's just the 2, and then bring it right by an additional 1. Right 2 each up 1, and then right an additional 1, and then right 2 up 1. Like that. That was kind of weird the way that I explained the end of that, but I apologize. But you should have a K. Very big K. Why? This took me way too long to get to look how I wanted it to, and I don't really know why. It kind of just did. But, yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. And if you wanted to even, like, take smooth quartz or white concrete and do, like, this or something. Because it does say Mart on the K, but I didn't bother with that. I think it looks better just being solid red. And also, some stores say big to the left of it. But I thought about doing that just to make it look less empty, but I actually think it's fine the way it is. Now, at the left and the right, you want to bring the entire row on either side back by 59. And then you can also connect said blocks together. Back blocks, I mean. I'm not going to count this again, frick that. Just connect them straight together. Now, there are going to be a few things we're going to destroy at the back. But I wouldn't particularly worry about it. It's just place the whole row for now, and then we'll come back to it later. But, and then you also do want to do your 9 rows of birch. Someone Discord DM'd me, and I'm just going to ignore that because I can. When in doubt, just don't answer a Discord DM. Easy, honestly. I feel like I can't do anything if you don't answer them. I mean, they can spam me, but then I can just turn off my phone. I guess put my phone on Do Not Disturb as it powers off again. Because it's on low power mode, because I didn't bother charging it, because it was at like 60%, and I was like, okay. But now it's at like 15, and I don't feel like charging it still. Struggles, honestly. Nah, I don't really care, it just kind of is. Anything else to talk about while we fill in these stupid bland walls? Not really. Other than the whole timing of everything is kind of weird. I'm hoping I can get something, a little thing released by the end of the month, maybe? That seems like a reasonable time. It just, I don't know how everything's gonna work because, not because of that, just because of how I roll with things. But, yeah. Still gotta, finish the terraforming on Little Nightmares 2 so I can make a teaser for that, because I want to do that. That's the big thing that I'm, like... I don't feel like doing anything on it because terraforming's so boring. But also, like, I don't want to just sit there and watch it not have anything happen because that's about as bad. But, it's gonna... It'll get there eventually. But I don't even feel like doing anything on it. I was like, I went to try to work on the next part, and I was like, yeah, I just don't feel like doing this right now. That's the thing that happens to me with that. I work on it so much for, like, a month straight. I finished the entire school from the library to the end in, like, 3 weeks or something. And now I'm just completely burnt out because I did so much so fast. And it's like, welp. But I'll either pick that up again or I'll start another very small project. I'm thinking about, if anyone's seen The Mortuary Assistant, if you're squeamish, I would not recommend looking it up. I'm thinking about building that in Minecraft because that'd be fun, or even like Baby in Yellow, or The Floor is Breathing, I think is what it's called. I don't know. A couple like indie horror games that just I want to build in Minecraft because I think those would be fun because none of those are big. They're just small little things, and I think that'd be really fun. There you go. There's your walls. Now, get rid of your black stained glass, your dark oak door, and your red concrete. And get out spruce door, pillar... Nah, that's not pillar quartz block. Pillar quartz block, and tripwire hook. And the placement of this really doesn't matter. This is more so based off of where you have this in a shopping center or something, and maybe, I don't know, whatever side is more convenient for the back little thing. Which is the, my gosh, I can never remember the term for it. The little, like... loading dock, that's what it's called. But what I did was I counted to the 4th brick block from the back left, and I broke 7. And I broke 3 rows up of birch. And then a block in, just fill that whole thing in with sideways pillar quartz blocks. It's really no different, it's just a slightly larger garage door. That's all I make it. And then in your actual inside, I'd recommend making a little area for, like, inside that is specific for that. And then a tripwire hook, and then maybe I left another 3 block gap, and then just broke and placed a spruce door. There you go. That's really all. There's nothing specific to that. It's just whatever you think works best, do it. Now, what you want to do is on top of each top birchwood plank, you want to place a red nether brick block. Or alternatively, you could use white wool, block of quartz, whatever. It doesn't specifically matter. Just whatever you think would be best for your actual roof material itself. You could even use slabs, but slabs would make this next step a pain. So, I mean, if you're in Bedrock, it'd make it bad-ish. If you're in Java, it might not be that bad. I don't know. I don't do Java stuff that much. I don't build in Java, really. You want to surround the, that row of red nether brick with upside down red nether brick stairs along the outside. And there are a few blocks where it's not going to matter, so just, or you can't do anything, so just don't do it. That's behind the Smooth Quartz logo. If you want to call it a logo. I don't know why, a lot of Kmarts have that. I feel like this is like the signature Kmart look. Like, you see something like this, you think Kmart. And it's kind of more of a smooth sandstone-y texture, I think, the build, but birch looks way better. I'm not using smooth sandstone. Birch is always going to one-up it. Because, oh, what was I building? It was the PVZ house I used smooth sandstone for. In the, the building new suggestions, and it looks so saturated. Now, next thing is kind of just up to you, but I would bring your entire smooth quartz thing back by 4. And also make sure to fill in the back and the top with smooth quartz. All of it should be smooth quartz. For this, doesn't matter what you actually want your roof to be, this should be smooth quartz. But, man, it really does feel weird sometimes to just think about the fact that I'm sitting here showing people how to make a Kmart in Minecraft. That's always going to be something that's weird, and I think like, for anybody that I think has made videos or has done anything like that, like, Let's Builds, I don't really think about it, I just build. But tutorials, you have to actually explain it. It's just, to think about it, like, in a, like, almost third-person sense, it's really weird. And think about the fact that, I don't know, I've gotten, God, why is my voice just dying? Alright, hold on, I'm gonna drink some water before I continue this sentence before I die. Anywho, that so many people have been like, yeah, this guy's worth my time. That's, I think, the funniest thing to me, or not really funny, but just, like, coolest thing, the fact that I've actually been able to do something here, and, people have been like, yeah, that's a reasonable amount of doing. And, yeah, thank you for everyone who has stuck with the ride so far, because it's been fun. It's been a fun, 3 or so years of actually being existent. But yeah, once you've done that, fill in the rest of your roof with red nether brick, and this will be fun. Not really, it's gonna be terrible. Slash fill broke again, by the way, so that's cool. They fixed it for about a day and a half, and then it broke again. So, I mean, you can still do it in, like, quadrants of 1,000, which is pretty decent. But, you can, I'm pretty sure you could use a structure block. Just, like, making it, just, like, I don't know, you can even slash fill a 64 by 64 area. If it'll even let you do that, or just have one filled in or something, and then just take it, structure block it, and then just copy paste it a ton of times. It's not quite as precise as slash fill would be, but I think, especially when you're literally just trying to fill in a big floor or ceiling or something, that's easy. It's an easy approach. And then you could just, I don't know, polish up the outside, because probably, in most cases, anything you do on the outside probably wouldn't even be grass anyways. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the end of the world. And if you just do it, have it one tall and have it sit basically one block above the floor, then you'll have, it won't actually destroy anything if you already have an inside or something. God, remember back in the day when I used to use dark prismarine for floors? Completely random. That's also, I think, another thing with this. Like, just making these videos, making these tutorials, these Let's Builds, all that. If you go back to some of my older stuff, how bad most of it was. Like, you had a couple gems in there, I think. Like, some of the old modern houses were pretty good, I'd say. I think those old styles I really liked. But then I kind of veered off and have a new style, which I'd say is even better. But the old, I mean, old aquarium isn't terrible, but, like, some of the old stuff is really good for its time. McDonald's, I think. The old McDonald's is probably, out of everything, stood the test of time the most. But that's also another, just, like, if I didn't... I don't think if I would be making videos, I wouldn't, A, have built this much, and B, actually be this good at building. I'd just be some standard guy who plays Minecraft every once in a while. But I think also having this has changed so much of what I do, because I'd probably just be, I don't know, I'd probably play more Rocket League than Minecraft if I didn't have this channel. Because all the things that I've done have been really for the channel. It's just weird to think about how much has changed. Also, if you really don't care about me ranting or whatever, you can leave now. Not like anything's gonna happen in the end of the video. Well, something does happen. That'd be pretty interesting, though. I might not even fill this entire thing in because it's a big amount of space. Yeah, I think I'm going to, but yeah, you should obviously fill in the rest of this, add skylights and stuff as well. That's probably something I never do. I just go simple, clean, sleek, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I think some skylights, some little pipe stuff, just like a couple small things. Really doesn't need to be anything huge, but a couple little small things will go a long way. But yeah, well, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Kmart complete. Rip Kmart, even though I don't actually think they entirely closed, but I think a lot of their locations closed. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you have any other suggestions. Let me know what you guys think of this specific build. And yeah, with that, have a fantastic dinner, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.